Welcome to Green Fish Titan, where we delve into the exciting world of exploring scallop farms and the process of turning them into gourmet dishes on the table. Scallops are characteristically fan-shaped or round with ridged shells. The shells are usually symmetrical with hinges on one side. Scallops can vary greatly in size depending on the species. Bay scallops are smaller, usually about 2 inches in diameter, while sea scallops are larger, often reaching 6 inches in diameter. Scallops have many small blue eyes around the edge of their mantle, which help them detect light and movement. Unlike many other mollusks, scallops can swim short distances by clapping their shells together, propelling themselves through the water. Did you know that a single scallop can have up to 100 eyes? Imagine what it must be like to view the ocean from their perspective. What do you think would be the most challenging part of scallop farming? Scallops are harvested in large quantities in areas such as the North Atlantic, Pacific Northwest, and the Gulf of Mexico, regions known for their pristine marine environments that contribute to the high quality of the seafood. These mollusks are highly valued in the seafood industry for their delicate flavor and soft texture, making them a favorite choice among chefs and seafood enthusiasts alike. The combination of their sweet, succulent taste and tender bite has earned scallops a prominent place on the menus of fine dining restaurants worldwide. Often featured as the star ingredient in gourmet seafood dishes, scallops are celebrated for their versatility and ability to complement a variety of culinary styles and flavors. This high demand not only highlights their gastronomic appeal, but also underscores the importance of sustainable harvesting practices to ensure their continued availability for future generations. Building on the importance of sustainable practices in the seafood industry, scallop farming, or aquaculture, has emerged as a crucial method to reduce pressure on wild populations and ensure a stable supply of these prized mollusks. Choosing the right site for scallop farming involves several key criteria to ensure optimal growth and health of the scallops. Turbulent levels must be low to allow light to penetrate, which is important for the growth of phytoplankton, the scallop's main food source. Additionally, scallops thrive in seawater with salinities that typically range from 30 to 35 parts per thousand tide, and high concentrations of dissolved oxygen are needed to support the scallop's metabolic needs. By adhering to these criteria, scallop farmers can successfully cultivate high-quality scallops that meet the demands of the market. Scallops generally thrive in water temperatures ranging from 50 def to 68 def, which are ideal for their growth and development. These mollusks can be grown in water depths ranging from shallow 10 to 33 feet to deeper water 66 to 164 feet, with the choice of depth depending on the culture method, such as bottom culture versus suspended culture. Deeper waters offer protection from predators and reduce the risk of attacks, while moderate water currents are beneficial for transporting food particles and removing waste. Selecting a site that is easily accessible to shore facilitates transport and monitoring, ensuring that the scallops are well maintained throughout their growth cycle. Collecting scallop seed stock is an important step in scallop farming because it ensures a healthy and genetically diverse source of seed for the hatchery. Mature scallops are usually collected from natural scallop spawning grounds known for their healthy populations. Sometimes people use mature scallops from existing farms if they are of high quality and disease-free. Mature scallops usually have a shell height of 3 to 5 inches, corresponding to an age of about 2 to 3 years, and must be free of visible diseases or deformities. Healthy scallops are essential for producing healthy offspring. To enhance their reproductive ability, scallops are provided with an algae-rich diet, and water temperature is gradually adjusted to simulate the conditions that naturally trigger the reproductive process, usually involving raising the temperature to about 68 def. Female scallops lay eggs in water, which are collected using a fine mesh sieve or allowed to settle in a spawning tank. Male scallops release sperm, which are collected in a similar manner. The eggs and sperm are then mixed under controlled conditions to ensure successful fertilization, typically in a separate tank with gentle aeration to keep the gametes suspended. The fertilization process is closely monitored under a microscope to ensure a high success rate, which is crucial for producing a robust and healthy population of juvenile scallops for further growth and development. Once fertilization is confirmed, the fertilized eggs are transferred to larval rearing tanks filled with filtered and UV-sterilized seawater. These tanks are kept in a controlled environment to maintain optimal conditions, including gentle aeration to keep the larvae suspended and ensure adequate oxygen levels. A stable water temperature, usually between 64 def and 68 def, is maintained as it is ideal for larval development. Regular water changes and tank cleaning are essential to prevent the buildup of waste and harmful bacteria. The larvae are fed a diet of cultured microalgae, such as Isochrysis and Chaetoteros, which provide the necessary nutrients for growth. This diet is administered several times a day with algae of the appropriate size for their stage of development, ensuring the larvae receive adequate nutrition to thrive during this critical phase. The scallops are transferred to nursery systems such as risers, raceways, or suspended nets, where they are provided with optimal growing conditions, including appropriate feed and water quality. Until they reach a suitable size for transfer to the grow-out site. Carefully transfer the scallops to grow-out systems such as bottom culture, suspended culture, or other suitable methods depending on the farm setup and environmental conditions. Ensure a steady supply of microalgae to feed the scallops, commonly using algae like Isochrysis and Chaetoteros, and feed them several times a day in amounts appropriate to their growth rate and food consumption. This meticulous care during the nursery stage is crucial for the development of healthy and market-ready scallops. As scallops grow, they become increasingly dependent on plankton and natural debris in the water, allowing for a reduction or cessation of supplemental feeding. Regular cleaning and maintenance of the culture system are essential to avoid fouling and ensure good water flow. Scallops are typically harvested when they reach market size, which is usually achieved with a shell height of about 3 to 4 inches. This growth period can take approximately 18 to 24 months from the spawning stage, depending on environmental conditions and farming practices. Harvesting at the right time ensures that the scallops are of the highest quality, ready to be enjoyed in a variety of delicious seafood dishes. There are 2 methods of collecting adult scallops: dredging and diving. Dredging is a common method of harvesting scallops from the seabed, involving the use of a specialized dredge to scrape the scallops off the ocean floor. Preparation involves a metal frame with a chain or net being dragged along the seabed by a boat, allowing smaller debris to escape while retaining the scallops. Winches and tow lines are used to deploy and retrieve the dredge from the boat. The dredge is lowered to the seabed and towed behind the boat at a slow speed, usually about 2 to 3 knots. After a certain period, the dredge is pulled back to the ship by a winch. While this method can be effective, it can also be harmful to the seabed and non-target species. Diving is a selective method where divers use air tanks to collect scallops by hand from the seabed. This environmentally friendly method requires equipment such as diving suits, masks, fins, oxygen tanks, and mesh bags for holding the collected scallops. Divers handpick the scallops from the seabed, making this method more selective and less disruptive to the environment. Which harvesting method do you think is more sustainable, dredging or diving, and why? While diving is labor-intensive and time-consuming, it is an environmentally friendly and selective method for collecting scallops. Transporting scallops from the farm to the processing facility is an important step in ensuring their quality and freshness. After harvesting scallops by methods such as dredging, diving, or hand collecting, they are gathered and brought onto the ship or to shore, sorted to remove any byproducts or debris. To prevent them from drying out, scallops are kept moist by spraying them with seawater or wrapping them in wet towels. On larger vessels, live scallops can be stored in aerated seawater tanks to keep them alive and in good condition until they reach shore. Maintaining the water temperature between 50 def and 60 def helps to minimize their metabolic rate and preserve quality, ensuring that the scallops remain fresh and ready for processing. When scallops are brought to the processing facility, they are first washed with clean water to remove any dirt, sand, or debris from the outside. There are two primary methods for shucking scallops: the manual method and the mechanical method. In the manual method, a shelling knife is used to carefully cut the muscle that closes the shell from the upper and lower shells, with the knife slid along the inside of the shell to sever the muscle attachment points. In automated processes, specialized equipment can accurately cut the muscle from the shell, significantly increasing efficiency and consistency. Both methods ensure that the scallops are properly prepared for further processing and packaging, maintaining their quality and readiness for the market. The inedible parts of the scallop, including the viscera, shell, and roe, are removed. This is usually done by hand to ensure that only the clean adductor muscles remain. Scallop meat is then graded by size, with larger, more uniform pieces typically receiving a higher grade. The graded scallop meat undergoes a final wash to ensure it is completely clean and ready for packaging. Fresh scallops are packaged in boxes or moisture-proof bags and placed on ice or in a cold environment to maintain their freshness. They are then delivered to markets, restaurants, and retailers for immediate sale, ensuring that consumers receive the highest quality product. Scallops are a highly nutritious seafood that is high in protein and low in fat. They provide essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin B12, magnesium, and zinc, which support metabolic function and immune health. Scallops are also a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which promote heart health by reducing inflammation and improving cholesterol levels. They're also low in calories, making them a great choice for a healthy, balanced diet. Have you ever dined at a restaurant known for its exceptional scallop dishes? Share your experience. In the next video, the Green Fish Titan channel will take you on an exciting journey of raising and processing sturgeon caviar into a $1 million dish. Follow along as we explore the thrilling adventure of catching these elusive creatures and the intricate process of preparing them for consumption. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable to us. Hello, and see you again in another epic adventure on the Green Fish Titan.